Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another DC deck building game. This is for crossover pack number 7, the New Gods. This one is a little bit different. It adds a different gameplay element. And you get to play as heroes or villains, which is kind of interesting. So, it also comes with, I think this is the first box that comes with the dividers for the multiverse box set and the randomizer. So all the previous sets would be in the multiverse box already. This is the first one that comes with them separate, or like brand new. So here we go, as we have a couple of different things in here. Alright. So, new concept, homeworlds. In this crossover, you'll attempt to conquer the opposing fraction's homeworld instead of defeating a stack of supervillains. If you're playing a superhero, you may conquer Apocalypse. If you're playing the supervillain, you may conquer New Genesis. Note, your player sharing fraction with you is not your teammate. During setup, stack the cards from level 1 to 3. When you have amassed enough power to conquer opposing homeworld, you may buy it just as you would a supervillain card. Cards that reduce supervillain's cost work here. However, a homeworld never goes into your deck. Instead, place it nearby and add it to your deck at the end of the game. Homeworlds are worth a lot of EP. When either level 3 homeworld is conquered, the game ends, and count the VP to determine the winner. So yeah, you're competing against each other. So you can you're playing two players. One can play the New Gods or Genesis, and one can play the Apocalypse Darkseid team. Another new keyword, Protector. An attempt is made to conquer a homeworld. You may reveal any number of protectors of that homeworld from your hand. Each revealed card reduces the power of the conquered attempt. If a villain tries to conquer New Genesis with a power of 10, and you reveal a card with Protector 2, reduce it to 8. And then another new keyword, Retaliation. Think of it as a last appearance attack. When a player conquers a homeworld, retaliation is made immediately, not at the end of the turn, against each player on the conqueror's fraction. So if a level 1 Apocalypse is conquered, each superhero player faces retaliation, showing retaliation is an attack and may be defended. Leave the homeworld stack revealed till the end of turn. Alright, so this adds an interesting new game mode, but like most of the other expansions, they have not revisited this yet. So, it's an interesting concept, but because they haven't revisited it anywhere, this is the only place you can get it. I mean, I kind of get it, but it would have been neat, like, if they could have done something, with this concept for, like, Green Lantern. You could have had, like, Oa versus, Cord. Not Cord. You could have done Cord, but you also could have done, something with, why can't I think of the name of where Sinestro's from? His planet. Or Ranks, or something like that. Or you could have even added another one that was, like, the Rain versus Thanagarian War. Some different stuff like that. It's a concept that could, like most of the small expansions, concepts that could be expanded on to make fun new gameplay elements, but because they're only in one set, it really limits what you can do with them. So here are our heroes. We have Orion. Once during each of your turn, if you have 9 power, draw 2 cards. So that's a nice straightforward ability that you can use in any game. So you have Mr. Miracle. Each time you discard a card from your hand or deck, you may put it on top of your deck. And Big Barda. The third time you play a card with a cost of 5 or greater during your turn, double your current power. So at least I like all 3 of these heroes can just be added into any game. They don't have specific ties to this set or mechanic, which is really nice. Then villains, we get Darkseid. Once during each of your turns, you may destroy a card the cost of 1 or greater in your hand or discard pile. If you do, +2 power and draw a card. Granny Goodness. Second time you play a villain during your turn, draw 2 cards and then discard a card. Second time you play a hero, draw or gain 3 power. And then Talivek. At the end of each of your turns, if you did not play any starter cards, draw 2 additional cards to your new hand. Alright, so that's awesome. It's 3 new heroes, 3 new villains, abilities that can be used anywhere, which is really cool. So, I'm going to look at the home worlds really quick. So they're going to be, essentially they look like locations, but they're home worlds. So we have level 1, New Genesis, it's a superhero. The first time you play a hero during each of your turns, draw a card. Retaliation. Each supervillain gains 2 weakness cards. So now, basically what this means is you start out in play in a pile, and you have to beat them versus a supervillain. So it's not really messing with the overall gameplay too much right there, because any player can play that. You can put these out there instead of having to beat a level 9 supervillain, you're only having to beat a level 9 world. And then you just don't gain bonuses from it. And then we have another New Genesis level, because they're all the same New Genesis. Ongoing stack. The first time you play a hero during each of your turns, you may put a card from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. Retaliation. Each supervillain puts 2 cards, the cost of 1 or greater from in play or discard pile into the lineup. And then level 3 has ongoing stack. Discard a hero, New Genesis, Protector 3. So this way you can discard any character to gain that Protector 3. Each time a superhero buys or gains a card, they may put it on top of their deck. So that way that Protector effect still works. So it's not dependent. Note, these also have greenbacks instead of the blue, which is like the last villain, or the brown like a normal card, just so you don't get them mixed up. Now we have Apocalypse. Ongoing. Each time you play a villain during your turn, 1 power. Retaliation. Why is my camera and everything so odd? Focus. Hurting my eyes. Each superhero reveals the top 3 cards of their deck and then destroys a card with a cost of 1 or greater. Put the rest back on top. Ongoing stack. Each time you play a villain during your turn, you may destroy a card in your hand. Retaliation. Each superhero destroys a card with a cost of 1 or greater they control in their hand. And then finally, World 3 is discard a villain, Apocalypse, Protector 3. Supervillains have +2 power during their turns. What's also kind of neat about these is, here's the planet, and then you move in. Here's like a giant, here's like the city, and then here's like a close-up. And the same idea. Here's the planet. Here's kind of like the overall, and then here's like a close-up of the city. So that's kind of neat they did that. Alright, now let's look at the other cards we're going to get. We have some superpowers. Die for Dark Side. Draw a card. You may destroy a card with a cost of 1 or greater in your hand or discard pile. If you do, plus power equal to its cost. Escape Artist. Draw a card, then discard a card. Defense. You may reveal this card from your hand and then discard a card to avoid attack. I like that kind of defense. You can discard a different card. Omega Beams. 2 power. Attack. Look and choose a card from each foe's hand. Put this card to the bottom of their owner's deck. Anti-Life Equation. +2 power. And an additional +1 power for each hero and villain in the destroyed power. Or pile. There's some equipment. We have the Boom Tubes. Put a card with a cost of 6 or greater from your discard pile into your hand. Mother Box. Ongoing Superhero. During each of your turns, draw a card. Or Supervillain. Each of your turns, you may destroy a card in your hand. Arrow Discs. Draw 3 cards. Then choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. The Beta Club. 2 power, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, gain plus 2 power. Astro Harness, plus 3 power. Defense, you may put this card from your hand into play to avoid an attack. If you do, play it on your next turn. Oh, that's cool. The Morbius Chair with Metron. Reveal the top 2 cards of the main deck, gain 1 of them, and return the other. Alright, now we got some villains. We're going to fight Darkseid, who has Apocalypse Protector 5. 5 power, we have 9 plus power. You pay 3 less to buy cards with 9 or greater. So even though they have these protector abilities, it looks like they're still going to be 100% viable in other games. So Calabec, plus 2 power, discard a card, plus 1 power. I like that even though the villains are ones you can play as, they're putting them in these decks to fight against. Mantis, plus 2 power, and choose a foe, attack. Play a random card from that foe's hand. When it leaves play, put it into that foe's discard pile. Granny Goodness. Remove a hero and or villain from each. They cost a 4 or greater from the lineup. Then play them, return them to the lineup at the end of turn. We have Steppenwolf. Apocalypse Protector 2. Plus 2 power. You may destroy a card in your hand. If you have 9 plus power, you may also destroy a card in your discard pile. The Female Furies, Apocalypse Protector 3, plus 2 power, choose a foe, that foe discards 2 cards. Kanto, Protector 3, plus 2 power, you may destroy an equipment in your hand or discard pile. If you do, pay 4 less to buy cards with cost of 9 or greater this turn. And Gasad, Protector 1, plus 2, and choose a foe, that foe gains a weakness. Alright, now let's look at some of the new gods. We have Highfather, plus 4, Protector 6, plus 4 power. If your level 3 homeworld is defeated this game, this card is worth an additional 3 VP. Orion, Protector 3, 3 power. If you have 9 plus power, draw 2 cards. Metron, Protector 2, double your current power. You may only buy cards from the lineup this turn, so you can't use it to attack the homeworld. Big Barda, Protector 3, 3 power, pretty simple. Tachyon, Protector 2, draw 2 cards. Each player reveals a card from their hand, discard 1 revealed card into each player's discard pile. Mr. Miracle, Protector 3, 2 power. If this card is discarded from your hand during a player's turn, draw 2 cards. The Forever People, Protector 4, draw a card. Ongoing, discard this card from play, New Genesis Protector 2. And Hyman, Protector 1, plus 2 power, you may gain equipment from the lineup. Alright, so that's actually a pretty fun, interesting set. Lots of stuff that requires you to have high powers. So the other 2 things I want to show off in this one was it also came with a Roulette Card, which is supposed to be a replacement. But let's see if I can find it. It's supposed to be a replacement for the last one. So this is the New Genesis version, or the New Gods version. This is the Birds of Prey version. It's supposed to be a replacement. They're the exact same card as far as I can tell. 2 cost, crossover, 1 VP, villain, 1 power. Rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. All as I can figure is when the Birds of Prey set originally came out, this card was misprinted somehow. Later, they reprinted the set, and I've got the updated version. But I have an extra roulette now, I guess. The other thing I want to show you is generally I don't show promos during these videos because they don't come with the boxes, and I don't want to confuse people thinking why didn't I get that card? So I'm trying to save all my promos to show off in a different set. I'm going to make the exception this one time for sure. I mean, I may have done it in another video too because it was mixed in. But that's before they listed promo on here. But this is Forager. And I really wanted to add him in here because he has New Genesis Protector 2. So it's only going to make sense in the context of this set. It says +1 power, destroy a card in the lineup and replace it. If you have 9+ power, gain a card from the destroyed pile. Yes, it's kind of a nice little promo card. But I just want to show off that one because he fits in with the Protector concept. Alright, that is what we have for New Gods. Check out the other expansions, check out the base sets, check out the Crisis packs. See you.